Turning our environment into art has been something we've been doing for thousands of years. There is a community of artists, sculptors, painters, potters, and generally super creative people who inhabit the Algarve. Hi, my name is Nick, and I've been living in the Algarve since 2001. Now, I'm not an artist, and I'm not particularly into art, but my question today is one for you. As a new arrival in the Algarve, how do you connect with this super creative and lateral thinking community? Well, I started in the cultural centre of Lule at a well-established art gallery called Artcatto. And it's owned by Gillian Catto, who comes from a rich art background in London. And it's an impressive place. Hey, Frederick. So afterwards, I popped upstairs to see a guy I know called BYBEAU. And now he's been resident in the Algarve for way longer than I have. And he's had an incredible career as a light artist. And he's done incredible things. He's always popping up to Ibiza and hanging out with billionaires and all kinds of cool stuff. You can never really nail Beau down. So I was super surprised that I could actually get him on camera, which is awesome. Anyway, he's actually built the biggest chandelier in the world. And he does unbelievable things in light. He's lit up the whole of this whole Chinese city, 9.5 kilometers. Anyway, amazing stuff. Here's Beau. Good morning, Beau. It's great. Thank you so much for getting on board with this.
Oh no, listen, it's always a pleasure, mate. Anytime you need something from me, you can give me a call. We've known each other for a number of years now, so I'm happy to help you in your campaign.
Thank you so much. So, here's the question, right? If you just arrived in the Algarve and you wanted to get involved in the art community, how would you get connected?
You just have to search. I mean, it's basically the same process you would use in any country. I mean, you could start downstairs with the gallery downstairs, artcatto gallery. Yeah, they've got a lot of contacts. We also in Lule as well. Lule is really coming up at the bottom of the road. We have in the Pink, which is a gallery that's purely dedicated to photography, which is a really brave move. They're doing really, really well. And then the rest of it, of course, Lisbon, you have some wonderful galleries as well. I think it's gallery based, and then through the galleries you might pick up a conversation. If you see something you like, that might guide you towards the artist.
And obviously the galleries have events and such like, right?
Yeah. There's a number of events. I think if you visit the galleries and show you're interested, there's always a way to get you onto their sort of newsletters and things. They're happy to bring new clients in to see the work and what have you.
And it seems like Lule is the epicenter of art in the Algarve. Is that correct or not?
It's starting to be. I mean, I've been working at it since I got here. I started making public art for Lule like 22 years ago, and we've been desperately pushing that sort of thing. And then we started our own light festival pre-COVID, which was really good. There was like 3 or 4.
Was that the one underneath in the mines?
No, we didn't. We didn't manage to get into the mines. We never managed to get the permission to do what we wanted to do in the mines. No, it was throughout the whole city. We took over the city and then brought international artists. I did it along with my dear friend Ana Fernandez. So we put together this. It was great. We ran it for 2 years here. So basically, we just took over the whole city and invited international lighting artists from around the world to kind of. We'd sort of curate a place for them to expose what they did. So
awesome. So in a nutshell, are you a lighting artist? I mean, you create light installations for...
So we have, yes. So we do a lot of different sort of things. The last big light installation I did was for China. That was a huge, where we took over, we kind of hijacked the buildings there. In China, you have a lot of the facades already have LED lights in them. So we hijacked, I think it was like almost a whole city in Shenzhen to give ourselves like 9.5 kilometers of screen. But our how BYBEAU works here is we have a team of like really talented product designers, and we create art for the entrance of your house. So if you like contemporary chandeliers, actual lighting products, we do a bundle of modular systems. We make kind of crystal wine racks sort of geared at the high end market for real estate here. So we cross over. We use our normal production of lighting to then fund some of our art projects and vice versa.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much, Bo. I really appreciate chatting to you. Thank you.
Cheers.
All right.
Yeah, so basically this is Yachts Croatia. We did an exclusive for them, about some of our work. This is design. We're really proud to be in this, yeah. So there's a whole thing with a bunch of, actually, if I go the one before, then you can see Dusk again. So Dusk is a really nice piece. It's our impression of a crystal chandelier. And this is it's the largest chandelier in the world.
That was cool. It's amazing what he's doing. I headed out of Lule and into the countryside near Bolikem. It's a delightful area, it really is nice. And this is where a sculptor I know lives called Mondo. So meet Mondo. Awesome. Well, it's great to be here, man. It's nice to be back here. We did a video here so long ago.
Yes, we did. That was about 5 years ago.
Yeah, it could have been 2018.
Good to have you back, man.
Thanks, man.
Right on.
And I love a bit of coffee. This is the first coffee of the day. I'm trying to limit it to one. Okay, so Mondo, I'm just going to ask you a quick question, then I'll whip the camera over to you. If a person is just arriving in the Algarve and they want to connect with the art community from a client's perspective and just from a vibe perspective, what do you reckon they should do?
First of all, it's pretty simple here. There's a lot of venues on the web. You can check Facebook pages. You can check all kinds of social media, and they will always have events. And you just go. You just jump in the deep end. You get in there. You'll have the wine, the cheese. You'll see some amazing art. A lot of the art is international, but there are galleries. As I mentioned before, you can find really beautiful galleries, huge galleries, like Lady in Red, where you can go and...
Where's Lady in Red? Actually, we're going to go visit it later today.
Oh, you're going to love it. It is a gallery, I think, owned and ran and designed for getting, if you're an artist and if you enjoy art. But it's massive. It's a warehouse that they're converting, and it's so big. So they do parts at a time, and it's just, they're growing into this space like a football stadium, and it's just amazing. And they show many artists and many local artists, and around there's like pottery, like places that you can buy part of Portuguese authentic pottery.
That's art too, isn't it? Obviously,
of course, that's art. Yeah. And I know some places, some little hidden places, but these are the things this is where it gets exciting, because you get into these places and you do the whispering amongst the crowds in the galleries, and they start telling you their little secrets and where they like to go. And it's a pretty decent community of really nice people, and very helpful. If you're a buyer or you're an artist, you have options, lots, I think, in the Algarve.
And obviously, as an artist, because you're an artist, right? Tell us a little bit about your art.
I'm an artist. I don't know. Being an artist is a big part of my life. I absolutely feed off of the energy. It is, when you're creating something, it's a whole nother world. And I don't know. I think everybody should experience that at one point or another. And maybe they do by just sitting on the beach and looking out at the sea.
So that's the giraffe.
That's the giraffe, my nemesis.
There's
Yes.
a challenge with transporting it, right? Because it's so big. It's probably, what, half a ton or something? Or more?
Yeah, at this point, it's on this cart very cleverly. It can fold down and I can roll it anywhere. But once I complete the front legs, it's going to have to be lifted up, crated, and so hopefully we'll have a destination with a home at that point, so we don't have to move it around too much. Otherwise, I have to crane it even to move it over there.
I don't even know how you get up there to weld it, but wow, that's awesome.
I lower it down. I've got it so
okay.
it just folds down into this cart here, and it gives me the opportunity to do whatever I want. But then the ass end goes way up, and then I got to bring it back down because boy, do I love that booty.
That was so much fun chatting with Mondo. He had stories and stories and stories, but I was on a schedule and I had to zip out to Portimao to chat with Meinke Flesseman. Funny story, back in 2001 when I first arrived here in Portugal, 23 years ago, I saw her name on a gallery in Cavoeiro, and over the years her name popped up in local newspapers. And I met her through some friends at a networking event in January, so I asked her if I could come and visit her new gallery in Portimao. Hello.
Hey, Nick.
How's it? How are you doing? Wow, this is massive. This is really, really big. Love it. I just want to pan around a bit.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, should we do a little walking tour?
Yes.
Okay.
So this is
Is
the
this
main.
you?
This is my work. It's ceramics as well. And at the moment, what's here on the wall is mainly my work, with the exception of that piece, which is Vanessa Barragão.
Okay.
And
You want to get the
turn
front?
something off.
Okay.
At the moment, it's mainly my work here on the wall, with the exception of Vanessa Barragão, who's an incredible textile artist. And, I'm quite happy she hasn't picked it up yet. And I'll walk you through. This is a bit of a mix. I also.
So this could essentially be a coffee place, eh? Like a coffee shop.
Yes, potentially I'm toying with the idea, which I think could be great to have people here that can come and have coffee and slice of cake and see art.
Beautiful.
And there's also an outside. And there's another artist's work still here, but it's going to be picked up.
Who is that artist?
Ligia Fernandes. She's originally from Portimao, and she makes these beautiful topics of traditional handicraft people, but in a modern way. And
Awesome.
again, this is my work. I also
there's
have
more.
some outside.
And you have a vegetable garden as well.
Yes. I'm doing my best, and I'm battling with nature. So it's a fight who eats the cabbages first, me or the what do you call them?
The little bichos.
The bichos.
Yeah.
When I had my first exhibition here, the whole house was used as a showroom. So it's studio. This is where.
You've got so much space. This is lovely.
Yeah, it's huge. This house.
Yeah. So these paintings, are these like what you're known for?
I'm known for beach paintings and for animals, goats.
Okay.
And my new goats are now flamingos, so I've been painting.
Meinke recommends you follow all the glossy magazines we have in order to find art and cultural events. Like magazines like Algarve Plus, Essential Algarve and others, along with the newspapers Algarve Resident and the Portugal News. Additionally, you can also see eventos.visitalgarve.pt, and they have an English version as well, for all kinds of different events happening in the Algarve.
The soonest one will be creating your own extra large Easter egg.
That's more like a workshop, right?
It's a workshop. It's divided over two afternoons, and it's light-hearted fun, and we have a glass of wine in the end.
That sounds like a perfect way to connect, actually. It really does.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. So I'm curious what the the turnout will be, and so it will be. It's going to be the first one of many. So the idea is to host workshops here.
And here in Portimao, you mentioned Aldea. Is it like a cultural centre?
Yes, Aldea I can really recommend as a place that has regular concerts, activities,
so
especially music-orientated ones.
Oh, cool. Excellent. Well, thank you so much. It was really wonderful to see your place. It was amazing. Thank you so much for showing me around.
You're very welcome.
Meinke also has 6 rooms upstairs which can sleep 12 people, and she will be running workshops and art retreats, and maybe turning it into a boutique hotel as well. Who knows? Anyway, so I visited the Lady in Red gallery next door, and they had downsized a lot from their previous location where Mondo had visited them, but there was still a great selection of art on show. While I motored back from Portimao to Lorley to grab a late lunch and pick up my daughter from school, I just thought I'd mention that I have created a map for you to navigate the different art galleries in the Algarve. Check out the link in the description below, and please, it's an incomplete map, so I'd welcome any other names of any other art galleries that I haven't included in there. Just send them over. Thank you! Here's a quick look at In the Pink, as mentioned by Beau, before I call it a week. AlgarveAddicts.com